Welcome to Explain Today, Series 1, Course Number 2, AI Prompting for Beginners. I am your host, Conrad Roberts. This course is presented by the American Association of Small Business Owners, where AI innovation equals education plus automation plus communication. Also, the people at Rapid Devs, providing rapid application development software solutions for your business, and Zillion Research Labs for blockchain innovations and integrations. This is the second course in the first series. The previous course we explained and we showed how to use ChatGPT, what prompts are and what language models are, and what generative AI can do. And we ended it with a demonstration on how I can use it in my business. This course is a continuation on that, where we will cover what is a prompt, part 2. So in the first series, we said a prompt is the way to interact with the model. You can ask it questions, you can send it queries. And in this course, we will demonstrate a little more detail and go in a little more greater detail on how it works for your particular use case in your company. Prompts can be used by asking a simple question or going very detailed, and that is the difference between a generic response and a very useful in-depth response that this can generate. The importance of prompting. I just mentioned that if you ask generic questions, you will get generic answers. So the importance here is that you are understanding on how prompts work, what to ask, what not to ask, and if you don't get the results that you're looking for, how to keep fine-tuning your prompt or your question so you can get very relevant answers. We also cover how you can optimize prompts. I will show a use case on starting with the generic and then asking a little more details and then a little more details and then analyze what we get back so you understand what we mean by optimizing prompts. We will also talk about business considerations. We are doing this here within the context of using it for your business, you or your employees or whoever is involved in product creation or marketing or any of these disciplines that are used throughout every company. We are taking a generic approach, but once you get familiar with this, you can use this to actually rewrite the prompts for your own use, in your own use case, for your industry, for your location. We will also cover a little more about best practices, which means what can you do and what is not advisable so you don't offend people or get in trouble with stuff that doesn't make sense. So keep it within the context of what your company is doing and make sure that you have very useful and relevant information that people can appreciate. We will focus on some applications in marketing, meaning this is what we use as our showcases that anybody that runs a business can understand and say, okay, I can use this today. That's it. You can use it right away. And the most important one of all, how can I use it in my business? In the first course, we talked about some applications on how to use it. Here we will dive in a little more. But what I can tell you is each one of those, it is such a vast area for how you can use it and implement it, that each one of those will have a separate course series dedicated to it. So what am I talking about? For instance, financial documents, income statements, cash flow statements, financial reportings. What you can do is you can ask AI on how to interpret it. Of course, you have your CPA doing that. But if you have already a little bit more of an understanding, that those meetings with the CPA can be much more focused and targeted so you don't spend as much time paying very high fees. Legal and compliance documents. So these encompass contracts, lease agreements, terms of service, all the stuff that we hate to read, but it needs to be there to be in compliance. So again, the suggestion here is to use this for creating drafts that you can fine-tune and say, okay, that makes sense in my business, and then still, of course, run it by your legal consultant to say, is this ready? And then they make some final adjustments. And again, instead of paying $500 per hour for 5 hours, you can do it in 1 or 2 hours. These are the time and money savings that we're talking about. Human resources, notorious for lots of paperwork, lots of forms to fill in. This can also help you generate handbooks, training materials, payroll documents, and all that good stuff. Very, very useful for operational documents, standard operating procedures, workload diagrams, and manuals that need to be there for people to understand how to operate machinery or how products are made or whatever it is that is relevant to your business. Very, very, very good for marketing and sales documentation, promotional materials, sales reports, customer interactions, social media, strategies. All of this can be saving you tons and tons of time and produce very, very good results. Strategic planning documents, business plans, SWOT analysis, long-term vision, and mission statements. These are, of course, very personalized, but still AI can help you get some very, very good input and rewrite some of your stuff. Again, the focus is on it being a helper, and still you put your own stamp on it, whatever you produce before releasing it. Customer and client documents, we use it every day, all day long. Order forms, conditions, service agreements, feedback forms. AI is very good in analyzing the mood, the sentiment of your customers by analyzing responses. Procurement and supply chain documents. Here is where we can definitely use how to write purchase orders and terms, contracts, inventory reports. And then, of course, the use of smart contracts and smart trackers and blockchain applications, if it makes sense in your company. Again, we start courses for beginners, so don't worry if all of this is a question mark. We take you through it step by step. Communication documents, so that can range from internal memos, newsletters, press releases, and all these outside engaging materials. Very good for that. Technology and security documents. Everybody runs a computer system. Everybody has key policies and licenses and security protocols to follow, and all of that can be certainly used or improved with AI. This was a very, very quick walkthrough. What I wanted to document or illustrate is what AI and how vast this area is of where you can use AI for your company improvements. So at this point, we are switching to the live session, and we will demonstrate a little more of prompting and how it can help you with your business. We talked about how to enable or disable chat history. We talked about clearing the chat, and in our previous course, we talked about what this is. a membership site available where all these videos and many more are available for you to acquire your education on AI, on how to use it for innovation. We constantly add more of these courses and give you the latest updates. Here we use ChatGPT, but you can also use Bing. You can also use Google Bard. They have every company has their own version. There are differences, and in separate courses we explain those differences. So pick one of the memberships. They're very affordable, so it's not a big drain on your budget. And then, of course, the idea is that you stay updated and keep learning these new things and new tricks. Every day I learn new stuff, even I've done it for many, many months now. It is just the beginning phase, basically. So AI is not going to go away, and it can certainly help you get a competitive advantage. If you know how to use this and do it rapidly and do it efficiently, and your competitor does not, then you certainly have an advantage. We also have our own GPT-Workdesk software package that you can implement, which gives you, again, a much faster access to all these tools that we were talking about. We will also tell you on how to implement it many different types of businesses. We pick, for instance, real estate, or we pick a restaurant business or a plumbing business. It does not matter. You can see how it can relate to something similar for yourself. And we also certainly promote networking with other companies, whether it's in the same industry or not. Learn from each other, listen to somebody else's experience with this on how it was a breakthrough for their business, and see if it is relevant to you. That is definitely the best way to understand more on how it actually works. And you can contact me at any time if you want to consult me or use me as a coach to zoom into your specific questions or your specific needs. I am available for that. So again, we are here to help. The American Association of Small Business Leaders is a membership organization for business leaders geared towards your specific needs, where again the focus is on AI innovation through education, automation, and communication, and we explain how that works. The URL is aasbl.com. The people at Rapid Devs are here to provide rapid application development solutions for your business. They will help you create custom applications if needed. They are available at www.rapiddevs.com. And the people at Zillion Research Labs, who are focusing on blockchain implementations, innovations, and integrations. If you have questions on whether or not your company should consider working with blockchains, they can help you. And this is the end of this 30 minutes. I hope that you have more information now and are a little bit more informed than 30 minutes ago, and it was time well spent. This is what motivates me. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.